so around 2013 or 2012, I used to go to Gikomba. I don't think you know this. I used to go to Gikomba at 5 o'clock in the morning,
Really?
Get some clothes, sell to women over the weekend when they're going out. And then I later did some research and started importing clothing.
Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Lifestyle Thursday. It's the 3rd of June, so happy new month. And I have an amazing guest, and her name is Zia. And is it?
Yes, it is.
Her name is Zia, and this interview was supposed to be done by Althea, but unfortunately Althea got unwell this morning, so we have to soldier on. So it's really nice to meet you. Introduce yourself to your guests before we start.
Great. So hi everybody, my name is Zia and I'm the founder of Zia Africa, which is an online platform for women to find clothing that fits all shapes and sizes and makes you feel good and look good as well. I'm also the founder of Keto Life, which is a brand new baby, and I wrote a book about keto life and intermittent fasting and basically wellness as a woman. So that's me in a nutshell.
Wow.
I'm also a mom and I'm also a wife.
Amazing, and you look so young to be all those things. But let me start. So I'm going to follow the format that Althea wanted to follow. So first of all, how did you get the idea to start the brand? Why did you start Zia Africa?
So Zia Africa is actually a passion from a young age.
Really?
Yeah, so when I was young, I used to dress my mom when she used to go for weddings, my sisters as well, when they'd go out, they always seek my approval. And later it morphed into a side hustle in campus.
Wow.
Yeah, so around 2013 or 2012, I used to go to Gikomba. I don't think you know this. I used to go to Gikomba at 5 o'clock in the morning,
really?
Get some clothes, sell to women over the weekend when they're going out. And then I later did some research and started importing clothing. And I remember the first shipment that came sold out, and I was like, yes, this is where I'm meant to be.
A whole shipment?
Yeah.
A shipment sounds very
big.
Yeah, it sounds really big.
Well, at that time, no, it was just a suitcase. It was a suitcase, but it was a confirmation that this is
what you were supposed to be doing. And at that time, when you were going to Gikomba and buying the things, were you selling to people in campus?
Yeah, I was selling in campus to my friends actually. So my friends would tell their friends, and before you knew it, it had spread, and Zia had become a name.
Brand.
Yeah, a brand.
Wow. And you know, one of the things that Althea was telling me is that it's been 7 years.
Yeah.
Before you turned, is it like a profit or
before
really
I
saw the
seeing
success, seeing fruit of what you were doing?
So really it was a passion. I'd get shipments, but I'd still not gotten my pricing, a lot of things, branding, advertising. There's a lot of costs that go into building a brand.
Yeah, which sometimes you don't cover, because even with her, you know, she's starting a business.
Yes. And
so she'll say something and I say, but have you thought of this? Have you thought of this? Have you thought of this?
Yeah.
So you think that 7 years was, that's what it was doing?
Yeah, I think I was more focused on building the brand and the name and getting as many women to wear my clothes as possible, because we have great quality and we serve women of all shapes and sizes. So once we broke into that, we rebranded, built an e-commerce platform which is amazing and very versatile. So I think that's when my break came, just from learning all the things I did over the years and from my failures as well. So
maybe you should tell us about your failures, because everybody sometimes they see the end product and they think that this has just been the way it's been. But tell us maybe some about your failures, because what we want to do is encourage the young people.
Yeah.
And as you share about your failures, maybe you can also touch on what kept you going.
Yeah. So for one, a lot of women do to be biasharas as a side hustle. So my focus was not on Zia. I had a full-time job, so I was in the NGO sector once I finished campus.
You're really surprised. You look too young to have done all these things, but
imagine I
it's
did all
okay,
these
I'll
things.
stay focused. So you had a job.
I had a job. So obviously a job is time consuming, so my focus was not on Zia. So for example, in many months would go by, I've not posted anything and I've maybe not sold anything, but I'm still doing Zia, you know, but you're comfortable because you have a job. Another thing that I can say was a failure per se was in terms of pricing, because you're just doing it as a hobby, I guess. Hobby. Yeah. And at the end of the day, you count and you're like, what have I really sold, you know? Yeah. Another thing I can say is, I guess I opened a shop last year.
Oh.
sorry, not last year, 2019. And due to COVID, I closed because I was afraid. But because I closed, I was able to re-strategize, sit down, and build this amazing platform, which now doesn't require you to leave your house. You can get the deliveries done at home. You can order from the comfort of your home. We have great delivery services, and we've just managed to grow and evolve just in 1 year, 1.5 years. Yeah.
Wow. So you're one of the people who I think that COVID did something good because it helped you to now refocus and re-strategize. And of course, there's a lot more business on e-commerce because it's available. I mean, everybody, anywhere, any part of the country, actually any part of the world can pick up your orders. Wow. Have you identified like your target market, your niche? Who's your client?
Our target market is women between the ages of 25 and 40. We target women, the modern woman who's looking for unique and affordable pieces. And we also want to give access to clothes that are not found everywhere.
That's what I was going to say as well.
Yeah, one of the things that we struggle with in Kenya is most clothing lines are in town. So you find somebody has opened a store, the next person sees, oh, these are the dresses that are being brought, even me, I'm bringing. So my focus is bringing very unique and affordable clothing.
Okay. What are the challenges of e-commerce, I'm thinking? Because like for me, I come from another school of thought, of, hey, it's now that I'm trusting online shopping as I've seen out there engage in it, as I've tried it out myself, and I've not had any mishaps. But what are the challenges then of the e-commerce? Have you had challenges? Have you had customers who are disappointed or any kind of issues like that?
Yeah, so one of the issues we have, especially in Kenya, is lack of trust. So there's many, unfortunately, many con people and many fraudsters, and Kenyans are used to that.
Yes.
So
them, we already come with that thing of
they come already on defense mode. They're just like, you guys will take my money and never
show up.
Deliver.
Or is this what it's gonna look like?
Yeah, so that's been a challenge for us, just building that trust and enabling our customers to know that we will deliver and we want to give you the best service possible. So another challenge that we have as well is fitting. Women want to try on their clothes before.
That's out there.
Really?
The guy has to come, he has to stand there, she wants to try it, then she'll decide whether she's going to send it back.
Yeah, so we've had to work with very efficient delivery services.
Okay.
I only work with women-owned businesses.
Oh, that's amazing as well. We celebrate you for that. I recently had a women's event and it was amazing how it morphed into people saying, what they were wearing and where they had gotten it from. So women-owned businesses, why did that come about? That's good.
For me, it's been a passion for a long time to empower women, and I hope through my work I will inspire and empower women. And women need to support each other.
That is so true.
And women need to know their worth. So one of the passions I have is just supporting women like myself who were once maybe small scale or don't think that they can maybe deliver to a certain kind of clientele, just to push them, to create even a market for them.
And maybe not even thinking that they would grow.
Exactly.
That's amazing. She asked, what are some of the challenges you faced as a young female entrepreneur in Kenya? She's very passionate about female and gender. And so what challenges have you faced as a female entrepreneur, even in supporting these women-owned businesses?
One of the biggest challenges we face as female entrepreneurs is lack of funding. And people don't realize that women, first of all, are very afraid. By the time they approach a bank, it takes a lot. For example, a man will go and say, give me 10 million, And what happens is women, actually last year, only 2.3% of funding from VCs went to women, 2.3%. And that was a drop from 2.8 in 2019.
Wow.
So you wonder, where are you supposed to go? How are you going to scale if you can't get funding? But I hope as times change that will. And
it's amazing you said that, because even as I was preparing for that women's event that I usually have every year, I was just doing some research because it was about women in business. And I just was trying to do research also on access to finance. And first, it's because I think of also property and land, because when you borrow, you need, is a title deed, So you need land and property to to stand as a, what do they call it, as a guarantee for the loan. So that was a problem. So it had a direct impact on it because women don't own land.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I think is also women are careful. You know, they overthink things, but it's the way we are. We're created, we're nurturers, you know, we don't just take risks.
We don't
just jump into things. We have to think it, psychoanalyze it, turn it upside down, inside out, you know, and what's going to be the impact of me taking this loan, and what if I can't pay? And then one of the other things I found out was that sometimes when we're rejected, because I think women take rejection
to the heart,
it just enters and it will not leave. So once they go to the bank, maybe you're rejected, it's really hard for them to gather themselves up again and go and try again. But I was encouraging the women at that time that what rejection doesn't mean that the end of everything. Maybe find out what is being rejected. Like, what is it? Is it the way I presented my plan? Is it that I don't have a concrete way of paying this back? I mean, identify, because it's not everything that's being rejected. Because I think when we're rejected as women, we take it as if everything has been rejected. Find out the components that are not maybe in alignment.
I agree. I definitely agree.
I hope. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I definitely agree. And one of the things that we struggle with as women is the imposter syndrome.
Yes.
So we have a lot of self-doubt. We doubt our worth. We doubt our abilities. And women are brilliant. We are brilliant. We are organized. We're good at communication. We're efficient. But for you to believe that as a woman, you have to
it takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
Breathing in. It takes a lot to believe.
Yeah, but you have to believe first before you go out there and sell your products or whatever you're offering, because nobody is going to believe you if you don't believe it yourself. So I think those are the major two struggles that we have as female entrepreneurs.
I was going to ask you, I have a question to ask you. I want to ask you two more, but number one, do you give yourself a pep talk then? You know how to encourage yourself every day? Do you give yourself a pep talk every day, like, we're going to do this, I'm going to make this? Do you do that with yourself? What do you say to yourself?
I do affirmations.
Oh, good.
I do daily affirmations, and that's
so powerful.
A recent habit that I've formed. So each morning after my shower, I have a YouTube video which I play and I repeat after the
YouTube
lady.
Video, I'm going to find it.
Yeah, I'll just send it to you.
Please send it to me, because even me, I need those affirmations.
Yeah, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am energetic,
I'm enough.
I am enough, I am wealthy, I am rich. You know, those things, you just have to believe them. You have to believe them, and God will make a way for you to achieve them. The first step is just believing.
That's amazing. And she had asked here, which I say, what is the vision you have for Zia in the future, and where do you see the brand in the next 10 to 15 years?
The vision I have for Zia is to be the go-to place for women's fashion in Africa. I would like to dress all women. I want them to be able to come to Zia and get access to all the clothing that maybe they may see online or internationally and not be able to get here. Find clothing that's unique, good quality, and feel good and look good regardless of your size. I think for Zia, as we rebranded, I was very clear that I wanted to really empower women through clothing, and I do t-shirts and hoodies with slogans. And each month I look for a new topic. So maybe like in February, the topic was self-love. So I did a range of hoodies that just had encouraging messages. In November last year, I did You Are series. You are magic, you are rare, you are beautiful. And when women wear that, I want them to know that they're everything that they could have ever imagined they would be, and to know that they're worthy, And that's really, really important and really deep in my heart.
Wow, I love that conversation. Please look into that camera and encourage a young woman out there who's maybe starting out or just wondering where to go from here.
Okay. Girl, you are worthy, you are beautiful, you matter, you are enough, and you can be anything you want to be, anything, and you are limitless. Let no one tell you anything, let no one give you any doubt. Don't doubt your worth, don't doubt your abilities. You're incredible. I hope you make yourself proud, and I hope you reach your goals.
Wow. Thank you so much, Zia.
Thank you.
That is just so
Angie.
amazing. I'm so, so grateful. Thank you for coming. And we continue next week because we want to talk to Zia about her keto journey. And we also want to talk about motherhood. So welcome to the next 2 Thursdays. God bless and bye-bye.
Bye.